Duffy had the second most innings pitched with 11 walks and 4 strikeouts. In 2019, Duffy was the top reliever for the Trojans with a 2.3 ERA.
Because of their switching.
Both Bryce and Finn were the last two arms to toe the rubber for the Trojans in 2020. Bryce played 3 years for the Trojans, Finn 2. Both said one of their favorite memories at James Island was the coming out party the program had in last year's Shipyard tournament. Bryce said the culture of winning and having fun became a part of James Island baseball again during that time. Finn remembers some of the best coaches he could ask for because they pushed us to do things we never thought we could, taught us valuable lessons that have carried us over into life beyond baseball. The James Island coaching staff has a message for our 2020 seniors. Nobody was better suited to handle the uncontrollable nature of 2020 than you, because you were and are still an Island boy. Continue to control what you can, and whatever you do, do it with all your heart. Thank you for buying in, sacrificing, and trusting the process. It is your effort and dedication that set the tone for this 2021 team, and we couldn't be more proud to have you with us here tonight. You always have a home here on the island. Thank you to our 2020 seniors, Bryce Morris and Finn Duffy.
Hey, good boys!
Hey everybody, welcome to James Island High School, site of Game 2 of the State Championship Series in 4A baseball between visitors AC Flora and the home team James Island. This is Banks Faulkner. I'm joined by Lou Bezjak from the state newspaper.
Appreciate you having me. This is a good crowd here tonight. I mean, students packed in on James Island side, standing up, and a good crowd from Flora. Made the trip from Columbia. Dodged a little bit of rain earlier in the day. It's getting a little cloudy now, but hopefully we can get a game in, and Flora looks to close things out and add to another championship to already big season. I think the school has already won 4 state championships, team state championships, and we know what the baseball program has done. See if they could finish off another championship. If necessary, Game 3 will be Saturday at Somerville at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing, Lou. It's really tough to win state championships. This could possibly be the 7th one in Andy Hallett's 23 years at AC Flora. I think this is his 9th one. He's welcome.
Starting lineup. First for the visiting Falcons. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 7, Jack Reynolds. Batting second, playing center field, number 19, Carew Bates.
Hey, knock him dead.
Yeah, brother.
I'll be
Batting third,
listening.
designated hitter, number 24,
No,
Philip
I'll
Daniels.
text you. I'm going to tweet out. You're not going to believe what Bank Faulkner
Davis
said.
Rivers.
And then I'm going to leave it there.
Batting
And Alan
fourth,
Bridges will tweet me. What do you say?
catcher,
What do
number
you say?
21, Xander Buchanan. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 22, Max Childress. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 8, Jake Sears.
Yeah, how you doing?
Batting seventh, right fielder, number 12, Tillman Getty. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 37, Blakely Bates. Batting ninth, second baseman, number 17, Jake Huggins.
Forecast looked okay.
Falcons are coached by Andy Halleck. He's assisted by Sean Bates, Woody Pascal, Chris Payne, Daniel Duncan, Charlie Sewell, and Cole Miller.
They've got all kinds of noise makers.
And now, here are your Trojans.
There's my man Scotty Eisberg. I haven't seen him in years.
Leading
He's
off
awesome.
at shortstop, number 23, Julius Reynolds. Batting second base, number 2,
I
Hayes
believe it.
Snow.
Gilbert America, bud.
Batting third, pitcher number 11, Hogan Garner. Batting fourth, center fielder number 15, Keeler Osmond.
Oh, he's my favorite one down here. I don't really recognize
Batting
those
fifth, third
others.
baseman number 22, Chase
I feel like I
Worrell.
should know that guy to his right, but I
Batting
just
sixth,
can't place
left
him
fielder
right
number
now.
21, Ayrton Leitner. Batting seventh, the designated hitter number 18, McAndrew Mangan. Catcher is number 4, Noah Brown. Batting eighth, right fielder number 14, Stephen West. And batting ninth, first baseman number 16, Russell Patterson. The rest of the Trojans, Jackson Reed, Grayson Bennett, Solomon Stellenbarger, Tanner Beckley, Bryson Smoke, Taylor Klein, Jacob Baker, Austin Dukes, and Owen French. The Trojans are coached by Matt Spivey. He's assisted by Lawton Hendricks, Matt Porter, Austin Heflin, David Beckley. And our angel in the outfield is Paige Osmond. This time we'd ask everyone to please rise as we honor America with our national anthem.
We're back here at James Island. Looking forward to a great game tonight. The national anthem's just played. The rain seems to be staying away, and We got a
Click
big
on the official championship
game 2 of the
merchandise
state
button.
championship
You'll find
4A
it on the
matchup.
homepage's
Yeah,
rotating
it's
headline.
like I said,
Show
the
off
tradition of
championship
Flora. I
pride all
mean,
year
they've been in this
long.
position. This
T-shirt
group
sweatshirt
hasn't
featuring the
really,
baseball
these group of
championship logo.
kids, but I mean, the tradition that Coach Allett has established, and as they go for their 7th, it's been a big year already for them. Coach Allett won his 500th game earlier this year, and now looks to cap off the season with the state championship.
Yeah, they've been a very complete team all year. They've had a really consistent regular season. As good an offensive team as you'll find in our state. They got sophomore Davis Rivers going tonight, and he's been solid for them all year. And it'll be a tough assignment though, going against Clemson commit Hogan Garner.
Yeah, he's usually a catcher, but now take away his arm from behind the plate, now put it on the mound, and we'll see. I mean, it was a close game the other night until about midway through, and they were able to break it open and run rule them and get that first game, which is important at home, and you want to get that and have that upper hand, and they were able to save Grant Loggins. Should there be a third game, he could come back on Saturday and pitch.
Yeah, it's looking at Hogan Gardner's number, 7-2 on the year. GRA is .74, really impressive. He's thrown 66 innings with 74 strikeouts, giving up 39 hits, and he's got a tough assignment tonight with this offensive team that Coach Allett's going to put on the field.
Yeah, I think they're averaging about around 8 runs a game, something like that. I mean, Division I prospects throughout the lineup, and it starts off with the guy at the top, Aaron Jack Reynolds, who's been committed to South Carolina since he was, I think, 8th and 9th grader, and is a catalyst for this group up front.
Yeah, so Reynolds steps in, and we're underway. And Garner drops a breaking ball in for a strike. Garner quickly ahead, 0-2. Reynolds, one of the top hitters in the state. Really good approach as a leadoff guy. Spoils that pitch.
Yeah, he's a fighter. He's batting close to 400, 391. He's only struck out 14 times this whole year. I think his on-base percentage is 531. It's the guy who you want to have up at the top of the order.
Just misses off the plate. Runs the count to 1-2. Garner coming at Reynolds early. That's what Jack does, just spoiling good pitches.
And yeah, I think this whole lineup, talking to Coach Allett last week, I mean, that's what they do. They're disciplined. They're not going to get cheated. They're up there to battle every time they step in the plate, up at the box.
And there he goes again. They're really tough to pitch to because they get in 2-strike counts and they just fight pitches. And Reynolds doing that right off the bat, forcing Gardner to really work here to lead off the game.
And with the pitch count rule that it is, they're a nightmare for. I mean, they're going to make you go deep past that 75 pitch limit, and it really makes you tough on your staff, especially when you're playing them twice or 3 times in a week in a 3-game series like tonight.
No question, Lou. And Reynolds shows. You know, he's got 10 doubles on the year, 2 home runs, but then he gets in a 2-strike count and has a really good approach, and he's just making Gardner make a lot of good pitches here.
They're looking, fans are looking for catcher interference on that.
It doesn't look like that Flora's going to get it.
Andy, Coach Allett now wanting an explanation. Thought the catcher interfered with the Reynolds swing there. He doesn't get the call, and it stays in the 1-ball, 2-strike count.
James Island folks fired up for this one. Letting Coach Allett hear it.
Fastball. Wow. A quality at bat by Reynolds, but I mean, Garner, that was a good pitch there on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah,
round number one.
I tell you what he did, is he messed up Jack's timing there. He quick pitched him there, sort of went to a slide step, and I think threw his timing off just a little bit. Nevertheless, a good at bat for Reynolds to start the game.
One pitch at bat for Carew base, and quickly James Island has 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Hitter, number 24.
And Lou, this is where AC Flora has been so good this year. They're as good as any team you'll see at this level at finding runs with 2 outs, and many times this year they've scored runs with 2 outs and the base is empty. So look for Daniels here to try to keep the Falcons going.
Daniels has been phenomenal this year. Committed to Citadel Junior, batting .427, 5 homers, 42 RBIs. I mean, he's been a great number 3 hole hitter, and really the catalyst of this offense in the heart of the order for Flora.
Yeah, 586 home base percentage, which is unbelievable.
He reaches on an error there. We talk about the 2 outs. Looked to be a tailor-made ball for out number 3, but error by the James Island shortstop, and that brings up Xander Buchan as a few raindrops start to fall.
Yeah, ball's hit sharply. It's definitely going to go down as an E6, but that's sort of what Flora does. They hit balls hard, which allows them to reach base there and give Buchan a chance. Xander comes in with 14 doubles on the year.
He's had a great year. I mean, behind the plate, moving in the offseason, and moved from Illinois, committed to South Carolina, and wanted to move and get used to being in South Carolina, and it's been a great addition to this lineup.
Garner quickly ahead 0-2, using the slide step, so Falcons are going to have to pick their opportunities carefully here today with the way Garner's controlling the running game here early. Here they go again, Lou, just doing what they do. They're just spoiling pitches, and Garner looking to have a quick first. Buchan's looking to continue to make him work.
Yeah, this would be huge for them from a momentum standpoint for James Island to get through the heart of the order once and put a 0 up on that scoreboard.
Good take there as he just messed up.
He's had good power numbers, and Buchan, he could go all hit throughout opposite field, pull. I mean, he's really a complete player, and he's been got a good arm behind the plate.
That pitch is just down. Garner wanted it, as did the Trojan faithful.
Garner was halfway through the dugout after that pitch. He thought it was strike 3, but now a 2-2 count to Xander.
Daniels with average speed at first. Don't look for him to be doing anything here as they throw over, just to keep him honest.
Looked like he might have been leaning there, but like you said, they know how to run. They run in spots. This might not be one of his quickest teams, but they know how to get around the base paths for sure.
And strike 3 as he swings and misses.
For the Falcons in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, 1 error, there's 1 man left. Fans champion choose Johnston, specializing in celebrating the moments that matter since 1897. Johnston's is proud to be the official championship ring partner to the South Carolina High School League. Good luck to both teams. We look forward to creating your story. Every sub at Subway restaurants is freshly made any way you like it. Try a savory steak and cheese sub with tangy chipotle Southwest sauce, or a turkey breast sub with crispy bacon. Subway is a proud partner of the South Carolina High School League. Subway, eat fresh. Leading off bottom of the first for your Trojans, shortstop, number 23, Julius Reynolds.
Reynolds has been really hot, Lou, in the postseason. Florence Darlington signee, hitting .306. He's leading the team with 28 runs scored. He's a shortstop. Had a big night last Friday in their big win over Buford to win the lower stage.
Yeah, he's been really good, and like you said, the postseason, very solid at the top of the order. And we'll see what Dylan Rivers has. I mean, Rivers has been solid. Really good 1-2 punch with Grant Loggins on top of Flora's rotation.
Really nice play by Reynolds.
He's really solid defensively. We talked about his hitting in the top of the inning, but he's really solid defensively. The other night he made a few errors in upper state championship game, but good play to get Reynolds for out number 1 here.
Yeah, Jack's one of the best shortstops in the state. Real steady guy, and he plays better in these big moments. Look for Davis to really try to pound the outer part of the plate. That's what he does so well. He locates the ball away from right-handed hitters as good as anybody.
Hayes Snow at the plate for James Island, and good Rivers out to a 1-1 count.
Snow's hitting .333 this year. Typical 2-hole hitter for the Trojans. Rivers works ahead. It's now 1-2.
That's the one thing him and Loggins both do. They get ahead, and they really make it tough. We talk about the offense making it tough for the pitching staff, but this Flora staff really makes it tough on opposing hitters.
Rivers tries to get a pitch off the plate, doesn't get the call to move the count to 2-2. And you're right, Lou, they don't walk many guys at all. That's really been the consistent part about the pitching staff. That's a really good play by Huggins. Ball took a big hop. He sat back on it.
Batting the pitcher, number 11, Hogan
got the
Garner.
out.
Yeah, he took about two steps back on it. It would have been, I mean, he could have tried and charged it, but very smart play. He knew he had some time with the runner, not a fast runner at the plate, and a good play by Huggins, who's one of the inspirational leaders of this team. Got the team fired up in their little pregame huddle. Him and Daniels out in the outfield, they do before every game.
Yeah, Jake's a baseball player, and it's fun to watch a guy like him play. We'll run through play for Reynolds. Bates holds the bag, and a quick inning for Rivers.
The Trojans in the bottom of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors. There were no men left. Fans, the South Carolina High School League is proud to use products from Wilson Sporting Goods. For athletes to perform their best, they require the best. That's what Wilson has delivered for over 100 years. Learn more at wilson.com. The Wilson A1010 Pro is the official baseball of the South Carolina High School League State Championship. Left fielder number 22, Max Childress.
One thing, Lou, to monitor tonight is the pitch count of both guys. Flora, strives on they thrive on working guys' pitch counts. And through one, Garner's at 18 pitches, through 15 strikes. On the other hand, Rivers only needed 7 pitches to retire the Trojans.
Yeah, and that's working effective, especially with the pitch count rule. After it being effective in a few years, you kind of had a hand in that a little bit.
Yeah, maybe so.
But it was a national and not just, I think, how do you think it's been
I think it's been good, Lou. I don't think you've seen it come into play as much this year because of the teams only playing 2 times a week. I think in the playoffs with teams going back to more of a traditional format and playing 3 games in a week's period of time, you've seen the pitch count come into play. I know Coach Hallett took his starter Grant Loggins out after 73 pitches the other night to have him for a possible game 3. And that pitch is crushed and out of here.
Wow, Max Childress got all of that one. He's just been solid. That's his 9th homer of the season, and he has just been had a heck of a season, both football and baseball. And now Flora jumps out to a 1-0 lead.
I think, Lou, that Childress is the top uncommitted position player in the state. It's his 9th home run. He's stolen 20 bases, and he took a 1-1 hanger right there and hit it hard.
He's been solid. Talk about guys, that middle of the lineup, Daniels, Buchan, Childress, they're really hard to get out. And Childress, he was played a big role on Dustin Curtis's state championship football team, playing linebacker. Could really hit you on the defense end, and you saw what he did with the bat in his hand. And he told me the other night, maybe if he doesn't go anywhere for baseball, just go to Citadel to be a student. So we'll see, but he's definitely someone to watch these next few weeks. The program's going to be lucky to get him.
Yeah, I would tell Coach Skoll if he's on their campus, he needs to give him a shot, because I think he's a guy that could definitely help a college baseball program. Another really talented offensive player, Jake Sears, third baseman, steps in. Just misses to work at 3-0. Got to think the take's probably on here.
Yeah. And they're just like that. You talk about their quick strike. They could batter you at the plate, or they could just the long ball also. It's not too many weaknesses in this order.
They're not, and it makes it extremely taxing on a pitcher, because he knows that, especially with the way Flora pitches, that runs are going to be at a premium for them offensively. So it forces them to be really perfect as Garner paints one on the outer black to run the count full.
Wow, that's a good pitch there. He got the corner. He battled back, falling behind 3-0, and battled back to get a strikeout for the first out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, really the same pitch, 3-1 and 3-2. You just got to tip your cap to Garner there. He executed 2 pitches that are really unhittable. Tillman Getting steps to the plate. He's had a big year, hitting .386 with 9 doubles. Not your typical 7-hitter in a high school lineup.
No, he's definitely in his transfer. He came over from Cardinal Newman, battled Tommy John surgery. Talked to him a little bit about that last week, and it's been a tough road back, but he's had a big year. They used him some out of the bullpen in addition to at the plate. Like I said, hitting .381, 9 doubles. Solid season and for your 7-hole hitter.
Garner pumps another strike in. He's been staying away for the most part. He ran that one back in on the hands of Gettings, and he finds himself down 1-2. Here they go again, just fighting 2 strike pitches. It makes the pitcher's life very difficult.
1 or 2 extra pitches each at bat really adds up through the course of a game, and before you know it, you're over that 75 pitch and would take you out for coming back in 3 days.
Absolutely. I got a feeling that that they're going to let Garner go tonight. I think he's their guy. He's been their guy all year. Tough play here in the 5-6. And he's saved. And that's just what they do, Lou. I mean, they get to a 2-strike count, and he fouls off a pitcher's pitch, and then he beats the ball in the ground to the 5-6, and he reaches first. So really good at bat there with 2 strikes for Gettings to get the offense going again with Blakely Bates.
You got Bates, and then the number 9 guy, Jake Huggins. So you're assured of pretty much your top of the order coming up next inning, and that's what they do. Get these 2-strike hits, and they'll battle you. And Blakely Bates has had a solid year at first base for Flora. His brother Carew plays center field. Obviously, come from an athletic family. Their dad was a Shrine Bowl player for Irmo, and then played at Iowa football, and before passing away a couple years ago.
Garner again pounds the strike zone early to get ahead 0-1. Gettings has run some this year. You may see Coach Hallett put him in motion at some point in this at bat.
Might see the way the third baseman's playing back. Maybe Bates drop down a bunt here, see if he could bunt for a hit.
Third baseman is a couple steps behind the bag.
And you talk about letting Garner go. I mean, I think pretty much him and River, I mean, they're going to go as far as they can with pretty much only 1 game left, and it really couldn't pitch in a day anyway. As long as they can and see what they got tonight.
Strike 2 on the outer half. Bates quickly in an 0-2 hole. This is sort of where Garner's been all night, but the Falcons have done a really good job of spoiling some good pitches here. Garner leg lifts that time. This is outside. Pitch just misses a little bit up.
Talk about that plate discipline again. I mean, to hold off that pitch, it looked like it was a real good breaking ball. Just missed a little bit on the inside part of the plate. But
yeah, I'd look for Coach Hallett to maybe put Gettings in motion here.
Yeah, 2-2 counts, a good count to run on here, and really put the pressure.
He doesn't move. They get the lead guy.
Yeah, not a great throw on the turn there. Made Jackson Snow come off the bag a little bit, making the turn to try and get Bates at first, but fielder's choice. And now you got Jake Huggins, who made a good play in the bottom half of the first at the plate here.
Yeah, and Lou, I would really pay attention here to the third baseman and also the second baseman. Huggins really good with the short game, and could be a chance here to try to put one down and get Reynolds in at bat with runner in scoring position.
Yeah, either third base or to try to push it towards first base with them worrying about Bates there. Yeah, you have Patterson at first trying to hold Bates on, and might have got a little bit of dirt in the eye, and he calls time.
Yeah, this field is really dry. I guess with the threat of rain, they didn't want to put too much moisture on the field, but chalk flying up everywhere at the plate. He shows bunt. Runner misses outside.
That's one of his trademarks of his team. They love the small ball, the bunt, and the steal. And don't maybe do it as much as with the power they got, but I mean they're capable of doing it. And now you got the third baseman a little bit in now after Huggins showed bunt that first pitch.
And I think for Garner, this is a big point in the game, even though it's early, Lou, with Reynolds looming on deck and the pitch count already getting up. He really needs to work out of this inning here. Huggins runs the count to 3-1. He should get a good pitch to hit here. So look for Huggins to get a fastball, see what he can do with it.
Yeah, batting .398 this year, .489 on base percentage. So, like you said, there's not too many easy outs in this order. That's what you want on the bottom of the order. You got Bates and Huggins getting on, and now brings up Reynolds with 2 outs. And like you said, it's early. It's only the 2nd inning, but I mean, with the way the momentum is in Flora's favored, and it looked like they were going to come out and talk to Garner. Now the pitching coach, he goes back. I think he still might come out. They're going to come out and talk to Garner and maybe work a little bit on the mound. Like with the dirt.
Yeah, I tell you, Lou, you talk about the game within the game here, and while the score's only 1-0, Coach Hallett's got to feel good about where his team is. He's flipped the lineup over, and he's looking at Hogan Garner already at 42 pitches, and we're not even out of the 2nd inning.
And they're working on trying to get the dirt, like you said, get the dirt out of his spikes there.
They left the tarp on the mound, Lou, until about 30 minutes before game time, which
it did rain about 4:30 here. It rained pretty good for about good 30 minutes or so. So yeah, maybe you noticed him slipping just a little bit the last couple pitches. So what it does too, it kind of slows trying to get that momentum back in James Island's favor in a crucial early point in the game with Reynolds, who's capable of making this a 4-0 game with 1 swing.
Yeah, and to me, a key to this game for James Island is they got to make the bottom of Flora's order, as good as they are, they got to make them swing the bat. That walk there is really tough because it flips it over to Reynolds, and this is exactly what they've done all year. A little bit more 2-out magic. Garner misses up with a breaking ball.
Reynolds struck out his first time at the plate. See what Reynolds wasn't close on that, or Garner wasn't close on that first pitch.
The thing Reynolds did, though, by seeing all those pitches, Lou, is he saw about everything Garner had to offer. I think he had a 9 or 10 pitch at bat in the first, and so he's seen everything he's got, which we'll see if that pays off here. Shortstop Reynolds flashing in, trying to steal an out here.
And the pass ball, and now you got runners 2nd and 3rd, and a 2-0 count, and not what you want there.
Yeah, not at all.
Island, perfect spot here for Reynolds now at the 2-0 count and runners on in scoring position.
Yeah, and so what you're going to see here, Lou, I think, is that they're going to try to get Reynolds to chase the ball off the plate. Jack's got as good a plate discipline as any hitter in the state. They're going to put him on here.
So now you load the bases up for Carew Bates, who.
And it's really sort of pick your poison. I mean, Carew Bates coming in, tied with Phillips Daniels for the team lead at 427, and he's had a big sophomore season. And look for Carew to look for something middle in here and do some damage to the pull side.
Yeah, with 2 outs, I mean, with the speed, you got good speed. Reynolds at first and Huggins at second, so this could be a big moment. And Bates has been solid in center field, which Coach Hallett said, I think this is his first year playing out there. He was playing middle infield and made a couple spectacular catches in Upper State series, or the district championship game. And he's another 2-sport guy, starting wide receiver on the football team as well. Big playmaker.
Yeah, Carew's going to play baseball for a while. Really talented kid, and a big moment here as a sophomore. That breaking ball that Garner been able to dump in early is proving evasive for him here in the second. Bates can sit on a fastball here.
And he got one.
He did. That was the pitch he wanted there. Ball middle in, a ball that right there in Carew's wheelhouse, and he just missed it. One thing the intentional walk to Reynolds does lose, it sets up a force at any base. So
Yeah, I think that's not only with Reynolds, you can also go righty-lefty here, I mean, too, but I think the big thing is the force play here.
it's a really good take by Bates there. Pitch just missed off the outside point, and like we said, I think Carew can sit fastball here. He should get a good pitch to hit. Great play by the third baseman there to end the rally.
Yeah, Chase Worrell with a great play to end Flora's threat and keep it at a 1-0 game going in the bottom of the second.
So Rivers will come back to the mound with an early 1-0 cushion.
Fans, be sure to pick up your official 2021
threatened
South
there,
Carolina
but
High School
couldn't
Baseball Championship gear.
get any more.
SCHSL.
One thing to keep an eye on, though, Lou, is Honor just
button.
threw his 48th pitch through 2 innings.
That's crazy. I mean,
Show off your championship pride all year long with a t-shirt or sweatshirt featuring the baseball.
That's sort of what they
championship
do.
logo.
They may not get you early, but they nick at you and nip at you, and then eventually they find that opening and they blow the game open.
Leading off bottom of the second for the Trojans, center fielder number 15, Keeler Osmond.
I think it's important here, Lou, for James Island to make Rivers throw some pitches. The thing that you run into here as an offensive team is Flora comes at you with so many pitches that are strikes, you know. So if you sit there and you aren't aggressive swinging the bat, you find yourself in an early hole.
yeah, I mean, they're going to between Rivers and Loggins, and we haven't even mentioned their bullpen, which has been, I think Coach Hallett calls them quality arms, or plus arms coming out of the bullpen. They really make it tough on you, and you ball one there for the first pitch of Rivers this inning.
And like we said, Rivers is going to live on what we call the open side of the plate there. Right there, it's been his bread and butter all year. He's got really, really good fastball command.
Looking at some of pitching numbers from Flora, I mean, 1.83 ERA as a team. That's pretty solid. I mean, now to go along with that lineup, you see why they've had the season they've had, and they've been the favorites in 4A since the beginning. They were number one, and I don't think they lost that spot all year headed into the playoffs.
Yeah, for James Island to have a shot at Rivers, they're going to have to use the opposite field tonight, because that's where Rivers is just going to continue to do. It's just live out there on the open side, and there you see it.
And they did. They had Reynolds on shift. He was playing almost behind Sears at third. And they found the open hole, and a leadoff single here for Osmond to start James Island's second inning.
Yeah, really good piece of two-strike hitting right there from Osmond. Stepping to the plate is Chase Worrell.
And you have that shift. I mean, I know you're a big believer in that. I mean, how much has that changed the game, not only just see it in the majors in college, but all the way down to the high school level as well?
Yeah, I think, Lou, at the high school level, it's more of an educated guess more than anything. You don't have the advanced numbers and analytics like you have in the pro or college game. I think the one thing that it can do to a high school hitter sometimes is it can mess them up mentally, where they see that big open spot, and you just got to tell your guys just to swing the bat. If there is a chink in Rivers' game, I would say he is a little bit slow to the plate. You've got a great catcher, catch and throw guy behind the plate in Buchanan, along with Daniels, two of the best receivers in the state. But Coach Hallett doing a good job keeping the runner close there. But there will be some opportunities in the run game for James Island tonight.
Let's see here. I mean, down one, do you drop a bunt here, trying to sack, or do you let your 5-hole hitter hit?
I don't, Lou, for the simple reason that I think it's going to take runs to win this game if you're James Island. I mean, they avoided a big inning last inning, but I think right here you've got to look for base runners. The guy at first has got a really, really big lead here. Buchanan will throw behind runners.
Yeah, he's got a solid arm for sure. I mean, I like his game and what I've seen from him. The several times I've seen these guys, and I mean, I think he's gotten better as the season. I think it's been an adjustment. Talking with him a couple weeks ago, I think the quality of baseball where he came from in Illinois was as good as he's seen in the program as a whole as well. It's kind of hard to come into a program like Flora. I mean, been one of the state's best for the last 2 decades here.
Yeah, no question. He's really done a nice job of adjusting to a new program, and just seeing him last week for the first time defensively. He's come a long way since the start of the year. A lot more to catching than just being able to throw. You know, he's obviously got many physical tools, but the ability to handle a pitching staff the way that Coach Hallett wants it done is something he's had to learn as Rivers continues just to pound balls on that outer part of the plate.
Yeah, really nice fastball there to even the count at 2-2. Coming into the game, I mean, 61 strikeouts coming into the game, and I mean, opponents are only hitting 191 against the right-hander.
Like he tried to go off speed there. I look for him to go back to that fastball on the open side, and again force him to beat him to the opposite field. The thing, Lou, we haven't talked about with Flora is offensively. We've talked about them, and rightfully so. And we talked about the 2 pitchers and their great depth in the bullpen, but really solid team defensively. You won't find a better center fielder than Carew Bates. No. Reynolds at shortstop's as good as there is, and obviously with Buchanan and Daniels, that certainly helps the running game. As Rivers picks again, much to the chagrin of the Trojan folks.
Tried to get that outside part of the plate with that fastball there, but now you got a 3-2 count and no outs. I don't think you send him here, right? Down 1-0, or
I tend to be of the mindset that it's going to take a lot of runs to win this game, and you got Rivers throwing some pitches, so it's not going to go in the pitch count. But every time he throws over to first, that's another tick on his arm. So if I'm James Island, I'm letting this play out a little bit and just being a little patient.
Nice pitch there on the corner, living on the corner, and that was a big pitch at 3-2 for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Absolutely, a pitch that he needed there, because now you take the bunt game out of the equation and allows Rivers to settle in, and now he's a ground ball away from being out of the inning.
That was a heck of a pitch now, and for Arton Leichner, the James Island Many. Rivers throws back over to first. He's definitely paying attention to Osborne here with his speed and being in a one-run game.
There's the back pick that we talked about.
Ball was a little bit high to get a quick throw off there, but Buchanan did a good job trying to get Osborne there, but still a one-ball count.
Rivers already at 13 pitches this inning, so the Trojans are doing a nice job of making him work after a quick first.
Fans are wanting to balk there, but I didn't see one there.
Yeah, that hadn't been a balk in the history of the game.
I think they're getting a little frustrating with him throwing over to first.
A good pitch, but I felt like it was a hair off the plate there.
Yeah, Buchanan tried to do a good job framing it, but we've seen him. He's living up by the outside part of the plate, and see if he comes in on him to go inside here.
Bates settles, and it's out number 2.
Wind seems to be blowing a little bit out there. I thought that ball was going to carry. Interesting backdrop here. You got the trees. I think balls kind of jumped out of here and could similar to Flora's home field where you got the trees behind the outfield. You don't have it in left field, but in dimensions, don't know what they don't look as big as they are at Flora. You don't have that big screen there in center as well.
Yeah, he hit that ball well, just hit it to the wrong part of the field, and so now they're going to have to do their damage with 2 outs. Look for them to maybe run here.
And they do try, and now bad throw, pick off by Rivers. It goes into right field. Huggins gets it and tries to get Osborne at third, and he slides underneath the tag, and a big mistake there by Flora on the pickoff. The ball bounced in front of Bates and went into behind the first base bag, and Osborne was able to get the third. Now you have a runner at third and 2 outs here for the Trojans.
Flora almost got a big break there because the runner coming around second did not have his head up on the third base coach, and he actually stopped and then restarted, and if Sears is able to come up with that ball, they get an out.
Yeah, I think so, and we'll see another big spot here for Rivers.
One thing that I think could come into play here is you have a really short backstop, so a lot like AC Flora.
Yeah, it takes that on a pass ball wild pitch. It's going to take, a bad hop or a bad bounce off this brick to allow a guy to score.
Now look for Rivers to just, again, it's a reoccurring thing, but just pound that open side and force him to beat it. You see Reynolds positioned over there in the 5-6 hole accordingly.
Now Rivers falls behind in a count of 2-1 here, and McAndrew Manigan is in a good spot here. After the third straight ball, Buchanan and Reynolds go out to talk to Rivers, trying to calm him down here. Be interesting to see what a lot of different things say in these meetings on the mound. You as a former pitcher, what were those meetings like as far as, when a catcher would come out or coach? This time it's a couple of your teammates coming to talk to you.
Yeah, I think you're just trying to calm the game down a little bit. I felt the crowd getting a little bit excited, so he's just trying to you know, just calm his pitcher down and tell him, hey, you just got to execute a pitch here and get us out the inning and get our offense back up.
That's a really good pitch there.
Really quality pitch there. He went right at him. I look for Davis to stick with his heater.
He did. Mangan barely got a piece of it there, but now 3-2 count. Big spot here for James Island, not for confidence-wise after getting shut out on Tuesday night and down 1-0 here. It's a big spot trying to capitalize off a Flora mistake.
There he did, right there with the fastball away, which been his bread and butter all night.
Fans Champions choose Johnston, specializing in celebrating the moments that matter since 1897. Johnston is proud to be the official championship ring partner to the South Carolina High School League. Good luck to both teams. We look forward to creating your story.
I feel like I'm at a basketball game.
Yeah. Island, top of the third, AC Flora leads 1-0. Phillips Daniels will lead off the Flora third inning.
Get your bat down, Philip.
See if it's interesting between innings, dueling student sections going back and forth. Kind of like a basketball game environment here tonight between the two student sections.
Yeah, no doubt. It's what makes state championship baseball great is Garner falls behind 2-0, and he's already over the 50 pitch mark.
Throw and catch, throw and catch.
And Daniels grounded out to short in his first at bat, and now is ahead 2-0. You got Daniels, Buchanan, and Childress up this inning for the Falcons. Oh, sorry, yeah, Daniels reach on an air to begin.
Quickly falls behind 3-0.
How do you give him the green light here?
I give him the green light, no doubt about it.
I did, and 4-pitch walk, and that's a good job of discipline there by Daniels. Reached for the second time tonight, and now Xander Buchanan comes up.
Lou, they're playing with fire. We talked about it, and it's really been just a matter of when this team's going to strike offensively. And walks to this offense are usually not things that turn out well for the opposition. Good block there by the catcher. As I see Coach Hallett not looking to be too aggressive here, letting this inning play out, let his hitters hit.
Yeah, with his where they're at in the order here. I don't blame them here. Buchanan calls time here, and that's this is a big spot here for James. I mean, Garner. We talk about the pitch count and just confidence-wise here. They were able to escape damage last inning, but here, I mean, got the leadoff guy on. You've thrown 5 straight balls to begin the inning.
Garner was up to 90 in the first, really juiced up here, but as the game's gone along, the velo has dropped a little bit, and the Falcons have done a good job of making him work.
James Island outfield really shading Buchanan more towards center. He got a lot down the right field line if he turns on and pulls one. Actually, both lines.
This is what they do such a good job of, Lou. They work counts, they make you throw pitches and drive your pitch count up, and now Buchanan finds himself in a really good hitter's count.
So 1-1 there. That was a good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Just a little behind it. Now the count at 2-2.
Yeah, just missed that one. So a big pitch upcoming here for Garner. Hit him on the foot there.
Yeah, and Daniels didn't see it was a hit by pitch. He thought it was in the dirt, so he had to go back to second.
It'll be interesting right here, Lou. Childress came up in the last inning and hit a home run. Home run leader for the Falcons. This is a bunt situation, I think, with the way that Rivers has been throwing here.
I don't know. We'll see after that. I don't know. He might. I don't know. Maybe see where the third baseman Worrell's almost on the grass. Ronnie McKenzie in the run for Buchanan at first base as a courtesy runner. So definitely got some speed on the base pass with Daniels now pitching coach for James Island coming out there.
Yeah, I'll be real interested to see what Coach Hallett does right here. The simple reason that most times runners are on first and second, he's with nobody out, he's going to move the runners up. But maybe his hottest hitter here in Childress at the plate with a chance to really blow this game open early.
Yeah, this is a pivotal point. We've been saying that though, but the way their offense is, it's capable of putting that crooked number 4 or 5 spot anytime, just because of their depth of their lineup and how well-rounded they are.
They are, Lou. They're really dynamic. They can beat you a lot of ways. Like you said, they don't use the short game as much this year as they have in the past because of their guys that they've got that can really run the ball out the yard at any time. But they can play that game. They come in with 99 stolen bases on the year, so they can run. Coach Hallett's certainly very creative in how he uses his offensive pieces.
And he adapts. I mean, he's been doing it as long. I mean, like you said, some years he relies on the speed and the small ball, but with the power group, I venture to say this is one of the probably 1 through 9, one of the best lineups in any classification in the state.
I would agree with that completely.
And he does go with the bunt, and Childress pops it up. Good play behind the dish by James Island. The runners did a good job not venturing too far, but Noah Brown with the catch, and now 1 out for Sears.
Yeah, I know that's tough. Coach Hallett obviously frustrated there, not getting the runners moved up. Look for him to maybe put these runners in motion at some point here and try to make up for that bunt.
Tough crowd here tonight. Definitely
nothing like being on the road in South Carolina in early June. And again, Lou, Garner's done a really good job of minimizing damage, making some big pitches when he's had to, but
can only live so dangerous so long. I mean,
he's had to throw so many pitches under duress the whole night that you wonder when it finally might catch up with him as Sears smokes that ball to left at foul.
He's on top of that one. Count 2-1 now. And with that 2-1 count, would you maybe see the guys in motion here? Maybe you can get them both running, or
you could. I think if anything, it'll be a hit and run. Daniels with average speed at second base. Got a really good runner in McKenzie at first. Again, though, I think Coach Hallett may just let this thing play out a little bit and force their guy to continue to throw pitches and try to get into their bullpen. Just misses off the plate there.
It was clearly outside. I think the home fans wanted a strike, but that was a good 1-2 inches off the plate. And we talked about that plate discipline again, and Sears shows it. Now he's gets a 3-1 count. And now, and just misses inside. Now the bases are loaded.
Right fielder, number 12.
Home plate umpire tonight, Drew Meadows, veteran umpire here in Charleston area, and he's one of the best, and I think his strike zone's been very good both ways tonight. One thing I like that he's doing, Lou, is he's making pitchers throw strikes. You know, he's not giving anything off the plate, which certainly favors a disciplined lineup like Flora's.
You got Tillman Gettings up, and he hits one, almost hits him there, and definitely Gettings with the bases loaded. Another second straight inning, Falcons have loaded the bases, and a guy capable of coming up with a big hit here to really give the Falcons the cushion they need.
Yeah, and Garner really has battled. He's only given up 2 hits, but now already 4 walks and a hit by pitch.
It's like the infield's staying back. What would you do in this? I mean, 1-0, would you bring them in? Knowing runs are going to be kind of tough to come by here.
Yeah, I probably here with Gettings just being an above-average runner, I'm probably going to play my infield in here and try to cut down the lead run at home. Good pitch right there, and a good take by Gettings on a 1-0 breaker. It's just so early in the game, Lou, but you just don't feel like that James Island's going to have a lot of opportunities to score the way Rivers has been throwing all year. The Trojans only hitting 260 coming into tonight. Looks like they're going to trust their pitcher here with the corner guys playing even with the bag, and the middle guys back looking for that ground ball.
Good fastball there by Garner, and now for the first time I think this whole inning he's ahead in the count at 1-2.
He's really lost the feel for that breaking ball, and big sequence of pitches coming here. Once again with 2 strikes, they're just Spoiling pitches, just waiting on a mistake on the fat part of the plate.
Now the wind's really starting to pick up and blow out, so anything up in the air could be trouble. Center fielder really playing in.
Big pitch right there to get him chasing.
Now batting the first baseman, number 37.
That's huge right there.
Blakely
Get that second out. Now you got the fourth set inning base and Blakely Bates, who hit into a fielder's choice his first time up, coming up with a big spot.
Yeah, it's always good to have a guy with experience up in these situations, and Blakely certainly fits that bill here for Flora. Good pitch right there to get ahead. That's the pitch he's been struggling with after the first inning, but he finds it there to get ahead 0-1.
Bates likes to hug that inside part of the plate. He's definitely going to make it tough for Garner here.
Garner has lived away with his fastball most of the night, Lou. He has come in on occasion. Looks like he's trying to come in here. And this is up.
Now you're in the spot again. You got ahead of the last two batters, but now you're 2-1, bases loaded. Key point here in the third inning with Flora up 1-0.
Yeah, and really, you know, it's like we talked about. He's up to 72 pitches already, not even out of the third, and Daniels just beats the throw there.
Wow, that came right in toward us.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about not that much foul territory there. Daniels got a little bit of late jump and wild pitch. Flora adds on another run. They haven't got a hit this inning. 3 walks and now a wild pitch. And
I tell you, Lou, they got Flora got a break there, and they got a break because the ball hit off the netting and it softened the ball's carom just enough. If that ball hits off the padding there, it's going to bounce back hard, and they might not score that run.
Good pitch there. And it looks like Bates.
He's going to a new set of batting gloves, I guess. That's one I haven't seen before.
Not there in the middle, no, not like that.
Big spot here for James Allen.
Trying to nibble in that corner, and I don't think Coach Spivey giving it to the umpire a little bit.
Jake Higgins.
Yeah, and I get it, but the pitch is off. I mean,
yeah, that was a good couple inches. I mean, I know the fans wanted that third strike, but it definitely was ball 4. And now you're going to bring in Steve. All of a sudden, you get the air horns out, and it's like Falcons fans definitely not happy with that call. But now Stephen West comes a pinch hit for Jake Huggins here. West playing first base and also a relief pitcher.
Yeah, Stephen West hitting .357 with 2 doubles on the year. and 524 on base percentage. So a great guy to have off the bench here in a key spot.
You talk about the bullpen. He's definitely been a key guy coming out of the pen for Flora, giving them some quality innings between him and Huggins and Cruz. Really good punch. And they couldn't use Jack Reynolds when necessary, but they haven't had to. Now you're going to see a pinch runner at second. Boyce Bankhead going to run at second base for Flora.
Yeah, really good move here. The James Island folks don't like it, but he's using his bench. He's got a deep bench, and he's using them. Nothing better for these kids than getting to be on the field in the state championship, even if it is as a pinch runner.
Yeah, you could always re-enter. So it's one thing Coach Halley's done throughout his career, and especially this year, using guys off the bench, pinch run. He knows which buttons to push, which guys to put in this situation. You bring up West here, it maybe gives you a little bit more power in this situation, bigger target. So we'll see if he can come through here with the bases loaded and Flora already up 2-0.
Yeah, I think with Reynolds on deck, you're already down 2-0. They're going to force West to beat a fastball, so he should get a really good pitch to hit.
Trying to nibble on that corner, and it hasn't worked.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Lou. I don't think you can nibble too much. I think you got to Garner sort of on the ropes here. This will be his 78th pitch. I think it's really important he just goes at the guy. Here it is.
I think West was taken all the way there, 2-0, and now he's still got a good hitter's count at 2-1.
He's going to get a fastball to hit right here.
And infield shading more up the middle, so the right side of the infield's there if he pulls it.
It's tough to see. I don't see anybody warming.
No, I don't see any there. Like I said, I don't know how long they're going to ride Garner. I mean, probably only has about.
Yeah. They can't ride him too much more. Is 110 is the limit. That's a good take there. This is a quality pitch. Can't do much with it, and it'll put the runners in motion now. So a ball in the gap could score 3.
Yeah. And we'll see. Last 2 batters, he tried to go outside with the off speed. See if he comes right at him with the fastball here.
I think he will.
That's a good play. Good fastball, and to get the out, Flora gets a run, but they leave the bases loaded for the second straight inning. 2-0 Falcons going to the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, and if you're Flora, you got to feel good about your chances with Rivers, and you're up 2-0, but you've left a lot of runners out there these 2 innings. If you're James Island, who you got to feel really fortunate that you're only down 2-0 in a game that could have gotten out of hand early.
Or a turkey breast sub with crispy bacon. Subway is a proud partner of the South Carolina High School League. Subway.
right, so Rivers back to work here. It's been a long game, Lou, and we just see that score. West Oak up 6-0 on Gilbert.
Yeah, they scored 6 in the bottom of the 5th, so
wow.
Maybe headed towards the game 3, which would be at USC Upstate on Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Wow, that's a surprise. I thought Gilbert would roll in that game, and we don't know if you knew this, but back in 2006 and 7, I spent 2 years at Gilbert High School, 2 great years with Coach Burnett. Yeah, very influential on my coaching career, and he runs a great program over at Gilbert, and always great to see them doing well.
Yeah, I mean, you look at these 2 teams, Flora and Gilbert. I think they played in the championship game in the preseason tournament over there, and here they are playing for a state championship. A lot of quality coaches in the Midlands.
Yes.
I think he's won over 500 games. Andy over 500. Barry Fogel, just heck of state championship coaches. He won state championships. Hawks. Barnett's played for state championship. Casey Wade. I mean, just the baseball in the Midlands. Barry.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a lot of quality baseball, and you see it. The rankings and year in and year out, and there goes the bat.
Wow. The umpire's got good reflexes there. That could have been ugly.
Russell Patterson on the strike 2 swing, and it goes over Sears' head at third base, and Matt Spivey goes and picks up the bat. I've seen that. That's about the 3rd or 4th time I've seen that in the last week. Just I don't know. What do you say?
I don't know if maybe the weather's getting a little warmer and needs a little bit more pine tar on those gloves. But I agree with you.
Now the Butterfingers chant from the Flora students. It's both student sections really represented well tonight. Flora's always had a great student section, whatever sport, basketball, football, and baseball here in the championship.
Yeah, Rivers wanted it, but once again, that pitch has not been called a strike all night. Really good job by this home plate umpire.
Yeah, he's been consistent.
In a tough environment. Childress has got it for out number 2.
Now batting the shortstop, number 23, Julius Reynolds.
You're back at the top of the order with Reynolds.
Yeah, really impressed, Lou, with Davis Rivers tonight. A kid that really has got a lot of bright days ahead on the mound. He's not been pitching that long. Really showing tremendous poise in a tough environment.
I'm talking about a young roster. You looking up this Flora roster. I mean, yeah, they got I think maybe 8 or 9 seniors, but I mean the core of this team is going to be back, and they're going to be good. And one of those guys, Reynolds, makes a nice play behind pitcher's mound for out number 3, and another quick inning for Rivers. He's had 2 easy innings, 1st and 3rd, and Falcons take a 2-0 lead into the 3rd, going into the 4th.
He just pounds the strike zone, and James Island swinging the bats. But like we said, Flora plays very good defense, and Jack Reynolds, like we said, the bigger the moment, the better he is, and he's played very well tonight.
Leading off top of the fourth for the Falcons, shortstop number 7, Jack Reynolds.
Now Reynolds lead off. Jack Reynolds leading off the Flora fourth. It's our third at bat already, so you get the top of the order. They've been working deep in counts. Been through the order twice and already third time. And Reynolds struck out and walked his first 2 times up.
Yeah, that was one that Garner wanted, and he might have had a beef there. That looked like a pretty good pitch to me.
And Reynolds lines one right off of Garner's glove. Looked like he was going to make the play, and ricocheted off to the left side of the infield, and Reynolds is on with an infield single to start the Falcons' fourth.
Center fielder number 19, Carew Bates.
I look for Florida to bust this game open right here, Lou.
I look for them to get the running game over. I wouldn't mind see Bates maybe bunt here.
I think you could see Coach Allett put some pressure on, but you got Garner up around 80 pitches. There you go. There, a little bunt and run. Get the out. I don't think that's what Coach Allett wanted. I think he wanted that pitch to be a little bit more away from the pitcher there. Trying to get into an offensive situation, but nevertheless,
now batting the designated hitter.
They move Reynolds to first with 1 out for Daniels.
He's the guy you want. I mean, you look now you got Daniels, Buchanan, and Childress, the heart of the Falcons order, and could really put some damage and get a couple more runs for Dylan Rivers.
Yeah, and this is the thing, Lou, is that in a lot of high school lineups here, you may pitch around Daniels or go ahead and put him on and set up the double play, but with Buchanan and Childress and Sears and Gettings, it's really sort of pick your poison.
Like Daniels fouled it off his leg, steps out of the batter's box. Now Coach Allett coming to talk to him, limping a little bit, but seems to be all right.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. It's going to take a lot more than a ball off the shin to take him out of this game.
Yeah, and he's another two-sport guy, football guy. It'd be interesting to see his role next year for the football team, which are the defending 4A state champions. We mentioned the championships Flora's had this year. Going for their 5th in this calendar year, which is pretty special in a variety of sports. You got tennis, golf, football, cheerleading, and now trying for baseball.
Yeah, no doubt. Their state championships are tough to come by, and AC Flora this calendar year has made it look rather easy. That's a good pitch, and probably a good take by Daniels there. Not much you're going to do there with the.
Yeah, he couldn't turn on it with that ball inside like that.
Go!
Reynolds, Philip Daniels goes the other way with opposite field double, scores Reynolds, and now the Falcons extend that lead to 3-0. That ball just kept carrying. We mentioned about the win in the outfield, and the right fielder really didn't get a good beat on it, and a big hit for Phillips Daniels to make it 3-0.
Yeah, Phil's got power to all fields there, and I think the right fielder there underestimated his ability to drive the ball the other way. Just kept going, and now you're right back to the same spot for Buchanan. That ball's trouble, Lou.
Dan Buchanan and now the left fielder and shortstop collided.
wild of plays you'll see there. Ball just hit into no man's land, and two guys going for it, and the ball ricochets.
I don't know if it was kicked, or it looked like maybe it was kicked, and then it just went. And now you score another run, and now it's 5-0.
Coach Hallett playing it safe there, just continuing to want his guys to hit. Holding Buchanan at second. But this one's on the.
Yeah, I think the scoreboard got it wrong. I think it's 4-0. But yeah, it's still only one out.
Yeah, 4-0 ball game. I'll give it to Hogan Garner. He's continued to compete against a really good lineup in Flora, upwards of 90 pitches or so.
Yeah, I mean, it's only so much you can do. Like I said, it's just such a tough up and down this order. I think someone is getting ready in the bullpen. I don't know.
Tough to see from our
bench. I see the catcher now. Someone is warming up in the bullpen, but I think this might be the last inning, especially see what happens here with Childress. Already down 4-0, one out here in the 4th inning. Childress thought that was ball 4, had his guard and threw the bat, but that was a strike. That was a good call by the home plate umpire, and now evens the count up at 3-2.
Yeah, and a good take by Childress there, 3-1, gets a breaking ball, the base open. May get another one here, 3-2.
Good walk. Now you bring up Sears, first and second here. And
now batting third baseman number 8, Jake Sears.
See what James Island does here. Looks like they're going to continue with.
Yeah, I think they're going to use. All their pitchers. This will be Garner's 95th pitch. Through 3 1/3, he's given up 5 hits. Walked 6, hit 1, struck out 4. Like we talked about, Lou, when you walk AC Flora, it is there's the running game we talked about, and
they got Barwick, who was Manning Barwick, who's pinch running there, and that's a really good throw. Didn't have a good jump there, but a good throw that time by Noah Brown, James Island catcher, and now you have 2 outs.
Yeah, I think what Coach Hallett's telling him is he had been using a leg lift, and there he used a slide step, and he wanted him to break it down there, but he went, and James Island gets a big second out. Tough pitch there for Sears, finds him in a 0-2 hole. Sears tonight's 0 for 1 with a walk. Childress working really hard out there at second base on a secondary. He knows that on a ball hit, he's got to try to score.
Yeah. Outfield playing deep, so anything, you know he's going to be running on it. Anything right here.
Trying to go up.
And looked like Childress is going to be out. Good throw by Noah Brown again. Dropped though. I think Chase Worrells dropped it. And
I thought he got under the tag, Lou. I thought that was a good call, even if the ball had been called. I think he was definitely safe there. Catcher got a good pitch to throw on. Ball up in the zone. Childress looks like he's got some dirt in his eye. I hope he's all right.
He takes his helmet off and rubs his eye a little bit. Now you got a 2-2 count on Sears and another run.
This will be pitch 100 for Hogan Garner.
Strikeout, and an emphatic Noah Brown spikes the ball down, and the ball goes past the pitcher's mound and ends top of the fourth. Falcons get 2 more and lead James Island 4-0 going in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, Lou, I think this is a big inning for James Island. They don't have to get all 4 runs back here, but I think it's really important just from a morale standpoint that they can at least put a run on the scoreboard here, because they haven't scored against the Falcons now in 8 innings this week. So a run could go a long ways in helping the psyche of the Trojan dugout. We kept talking about it. Yeah.
It's 6-0, top of the 7th, Gilbert, so it looks like games.
Hey, that's shocks me, because I talked
Over 100.
We got it here. We're throwing 100. He's at 100. And Davis is at 37.
There was almost.
Strike zone, man. They do such a good job of, they only scored 4, but man, they made it.
Bottom of the 4th for the Trojans, second baseman number 2, Hayes Snow.
All right, back to action, and
Hayes Snow
like it's down.
Singles, first pitch in the left center, and James Island got the fans behind him. The first time they've had the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 4th.
Number 11, Hogan Garner.
They make the correction on the scoreboard, 4-0. They had it 5 last inning, but this is big here for James Island. We talked about we don't want to get 4. You just need something. I mean, you've been shut out now for the first 9 innings. You haven't scored yet, and they just need something to go their way for some confidence.
That pitch is off. He hadn't called it all night. And, like we talked about, Lou, I know the score's 4-0, but if I'm James Island here, I might try to, I think you can run on Rivers. The ball's going to get foul. Might be a play there.
Yes, sir!
Oh, nice play.
Beautiful play in left field that time by Childress, who had to run a long way. There's a lot of foul ground there and down left field, and Childress showed that athletic ability and makes the catch for out number 1. Interesting that the runner at first, that Snow wasn't, Childress had to slide, maybe could have tagged up there, but
he definitely could have tagged. That's an unusual play. You don't see that much foul ground in most fields, and you certainly don't see a left fielder that covers that much ground. A heck of a play there by Childress. Now the second time that James Island has had the leadoff guy on, and nothing to show for it so far. I think it's really important they try to scratch a run this inning.
Talk about pitch count. Garner's over 100, so I mean, do you bring him back out in the 5th, or maybe just go until that number and then pull him out?
I think that's something you got to know your guy. I tend to err on the side of bringing your guy out with a fresh inning out of your bullpen. It's, I think, a little bit easier to, especially if you got a guy that's been a starter that you're just trying to pitch in relief in this series. It'll be interesting. Coach may want to just run him the whole total, though, knowing that if they don't win tonight, the series is over.
What a nice fastball. He got Osborne to chase that one for the second out, and he had the leadoff single by Snow, and back-to-back he had the nice play by Childress, now a strikeout, and quickly 2 outs for Rivers and the Falcons here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, the thing, Davis, he does such a good job. He throws and sort of see what he is. He throws a lot of fastballs. He does a really good job of hiding the ball. So that velocity that's it's been 83, 85 tonight. The ball jumps on you really quick. He was a catcher coming up, like we talked about earlier, Lou. Not a lot of mound time until this year. And really short arm action in the back that hides it really well from the hitter.
Is that outside? I mean, the umpire's been consistent. He's not with the outside part.
The play. That's a good pitch. And he's been really consistent both ways. Both sides obviously wanted that call, but he's been consistent. He's making the pitchers throw it over the 17 inches of white.
Foul ball, that will get out of play. And we do have a final in the Class 3A championship. West Oak defeats Gilbert 6-0, scoring all 6 runs in the 5th, and series tied, and they'll play Game 3 on Saturday at USC Upstate at 1 o'clock.
That's interesting. Now, did Gilbert's pitcher, is he eligible to come back?
Yeah, they had Edwin Emerson, who they took him out right at 75. There was a little controversy after the game because I think West Oak had him for 76, but they ended up agreeing 75, and actually both pitchers, Rogers for West Oak, they took him out with 73, so both Game 1 starters could come back on Saturday, whether either starter or coming out of the pen, so they both will be available in winner-take-all game.
Yeah, there's nothing like Game 3s, Lou. And Rivers comes right at him there.
Yeah, Game 3 of the moment, a couple years ago, and think your Somerville team, they go Game 3 when they. So I mean, the tension and everything's magnified. So that's why I know the Falcons are trying to end this here. So take the drama out of it, so they don't have to come back down to Somerville where the Game 3 would be played on Saturday. That's ball 4, and now the Trojans with first and second, and 2 outs here, down 4-0 for Arton Leichner.
Number 21,
Ayrton Leichner.
Yeah, Lou, I've said it once, I'll say it again. In order for them to hit Rivers, they're going to have to look to do some damage to the backside of the field, because he's going to pitch to the open side of that plate with his fastball. That's who he is. That's what he's been good at all night. Just issued his first free pass, only his 7th of the year, I believe.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. I mean, that's one thing.
Innings.
Let's go, Aaron.
Been really efficient tonight. 49 pitches, 30 strikes. Pace now 3 over the minimum.
Tries to get that first pitch strike just a little bit high, and now it's Rivers is in the spot that we've seen Garner in. See how he battled back earlier tonight.
Yeah, these are really the first pitches all night, Lou, that Davis has thrown under any kind of duress. They're going to try to run a little timing pick there, and wow, almost got him. Really good job by Reynolds there, trying to steal an out on the bases to bail his pitcher out of a tough spot.
Let's go, Light.
Here we go, James. Here we go, kid. Come, kid. Come, kid. What's up, man? What's up, man?
back and gets Leichner to foul it off. So 1-1 count here. Like I said, Falcons up 4-0, runners at first and second, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. In the game, it's definitely, I mean, we're an hour and a half in, it's definitely had a slower pace, but I mean, Flora loaded the bases twice and only getting a couple runs each time.
Good breaking ball right there from Rivers. Hasn't shown that pitch much tonight, but he needed to get him off his fastball just a little bit. Coach Howlett chose to go to the breaking ball there, and now he's got the hitter in a 1-2 hole.
Now, do you, being a former pitcher, you call all your pitches, or do you let your pitching coach, or how does that?
I've had pitching coaches call them, Lou. I usually call our pitches, though. Tried to elevate there with a fastball. I really look for Rivers to stay hard away here.
That's what he did right there, and it got Leichner to, he protected there and fouled it off.
If you're Buchanan here, if he does go to the breaking ball, you got to do a good job of just smothering the ball and keeping it in front of you and not letting James Allen extend the inning.
I mentioned Rivers is just a sophomore. You got the heart of your team coming back next year. This team's going to be, it's built for 2 to 3 year run. I mean, without COVID last year, I think they would have had a good chance to win it last year as well.
Yes, sir!
Buchanan did do a good job framing there, but just missed.
Yeah, he went back to the breaking ball there and almost got the call. I think here now you see him go back to the fastball away and might be a little tardy.
That's a beautiful pitch there. Gets a strikeout. Shows a little emotion as Flora players come out of the dugout to congratulate him. And James Allen strains too. And Flora leads 4-0 after 4.
Yeah, that's a really good job by Rivers there. He went with the breaking ball. Really been staying with the fastball most of the night, but went to the breaking ball there when he needed it the most and got the strikeout.
Cheerleaders.
Number 20, Owen French.
All right, Lou, so back to live action here, top of the 5th. The Falcons maintaining a 4-0 lead here. The Trojans going to the pen for Owen French. He's a junior, 3-1 record, 3.05 ERA. In 39 innings pitched, he's allowed 28 hits, and he struck out 54. So junior Owen French on for the Trojans, trying to hold the Falcon lead at 4 and give them a chance.
Yeah, I mean, good. I mean, Garner pitched pretty well. I mean, he was in a couple of jams, but I mean, he kept him in. I mean, Flora had bases loaded a couple times and could have blew this thing wide open, but it's still there. Let's see if French could. What he can do is Tillman Gettings leads off the Falcons' 5th.
Yeah, what AC Flora did such a good job of was just running his pitch count up. I mean, they had him at 100 through 4 innings. They never got the big inning they were looking for, but they've gotten him out the game, and now they're in the bullpen, and just like that, French starts off Gettings 3-0.
Yeah, final. He got 100 pitches, 54 strikes for Garner. Finished with, he goes 4 innings, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. Gave up the home run to Childress there.
A lot of pressure pitches. So
yeah, the walks will kill. I mean, the inning they scored the 2. They walked the base is loaded. They didn't have a hit. They got the wild pitch there. So he put a little pressure on himself with the walks will hurt you, and they did. And the big hits, that blue single by Buchanan, and Daniels had that double off the right field wall.
Yeah, we talk about trying to eliminate as many free 90s as possible, and when you give an offense like this free 90s, there's another one right there. I think their 7th walk of the day.
Now you get first baseman number 37, Blakely Bates.
Now you're at that bottom of the order, but you got the top looming. You got Bates here at number 8, and then Huggins who re-entered, will bat 9th, and then back to the top. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Bates, we might see a bunt here. Coach Hallett maybe trying to get another run.
Yeah, I think he lets Bates hit, Lou.
You're right. He goes, at least there.
Yeah, he may have let him have a swing. Let's see if it's on here.
Bates is 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. French throws over the 1st and tries to keep Gettings close.
Yes, sir.
Hit an Adam ball right there.
Yeah, he hit it hard. Bates flies out the right field for out number 1. And now you bring up Huggins. And now we might see a bunt. I mean, not bunt for a sacrifice. Huggins, the way he handles the bat, as far as maybe bunt for a hit here, especially with a runner on, try to push something down the first base line, see what they can do here. He tried that earlier in the game.
He's really good at what Coach Hallett calls a slug bunt, which is basically an exaggerated version of a push bunt out there.
Pittsburgh Pirates used to do that when they were good.
Right.
Jim Leland used to have them in the 90s back then. It was their bread and butter, moving guys over. Just you push it, like you said, slug it down the line.
It looked like that's what he was doing there. He sort of pulled back, maybe looking to slash, maybe looking to just try to push the ball out there, and a little triangle there with the pitcher, first baseman, and second baseman.
Oh, no.
There it is, and he missed it. Exactly what he was trying to do there.
Now, with 2 strikes, definitely the bunt's out the way.
Come on, let's go, baby.
So now if you're Huggins here, you're just looking to try to fight pitches, and he's squaring here. And Coach Hallett here just trying to advance the runner in the scoring position for Reynolds.
Huggins, a senior, experience maybe. Hallett trusts him in this spot to try and lay one down even with 2 strikes.
That ball is going to drop.
Loop single there, and second baseman had to come out there and left open, so the force play wasn't on. So Gettings is over at second, and now the Falcons do the bottom of the order once again, does their job, sets the table for the top here with first and second and 1 out.
Yeah, we talked all night about their ability to hit with 2 strikes, and that's just another example there. And really good base running by Tillman Gettings there. You know, really extending when he sees the guy not going to get the ball there in center field. Like we might have had a cross up there between the catcher and the pitcher. Fortunate to not go to the screen.
Yeah, now Noah Brown comes out and talks to French about that, and you're lucky, especially you got pretty good speed on it first and second here for Flora, for Reynolds. He's been in this big spots all season, and this is he thrives on these moments, as do most of these guys at the plate.
Jack's strength is right out there in left center field, so let's see if he gets a pitch to hit. Looks like they're trying to crowd him.
He did a good pitch inside, and now he's a hit 0-2. And it's for French wants him. We'll see. Flora's been doing a good job with 2 outs. Got a lot of room on the left side. Shortstop playing right behind Gettings at second base.
I think they're going to continue to try to. Yeah, that's what he wants right there. They did him a favor there. I think,
he could have went. I mean, that could have been easily down the third base line.
Yeah, that to me right here, I think you've got to either spin him in or you got to try to crowd him inside. And if he's trying to hit the ball the other way here with 2 strikes.
Another inside pitch, and Reynolds doing a good job. What he, I mean,
yeah, just spoiling that pitch. Not much he can do there, but it's too close to take. So he's just spoiling it, trying to live to see another pitch and see if he can get French to make a mistake out over the plate.
Brown coming out. Again, second time this inning to talk to French. Make sure they're on the same page here. Big spot in this game. It's already Flora 4-0 here in the 5th. The way Rivers is pitching, you can't afford to give up any more runs. And we know what Flora's capable of offensively with the top of the order up here, looking to extend that lead.
Yeah, this is a really tough situation for James Island because they can't afford to go down any further. Just missed off the plate there. Good take by Reynolds.
Pretty disciplined. You gotta. I mean, I don't know if I could. I mean, in that spot. I mean, he didn't miss by much there, and that's all the repetitions and the winter and the spring to help you in this moment.
Jack has as good a strike zone knowledge as any hitter in the state. Rarely swings at bad pitches, works counts, and it's a really tough out.
There you go, the ball in the dirt, wild pitch, and the runners advance. You got Gettings moves to third, and Huggins to second. Now second and third for the Falcons. 2-2 count now, and Coach Spivey brings the infield in a must situation right here.
Yeah, I look for him to maybe try to get Reynolds inside here. Maybe get one off the handle a little bit.
It was a good pitch there, and Reynolds right back up through the box. Couldn't see vision was obstructed if it was an error, but right up the middle, good piece of hitting, and 2 more Flora runs score, and it's 6-0 Falcons with 1 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, they went with the breaking ball there, and Reynolds did just enough there to get it past the pitcher and into center field to score 2 runs. Really another good example of 2-strike hitting by AC Flora.
They give him a hit. The scoreboard gives him a hit, so that's 2 RBIs there for Reynolds. And once again, bottom of the order did their job setting things up, and the top of the order has made James Island pay, and a 6-0 league is huge, especially the way Rivers is pitching.
Yeah, this game appears to be, I don't want to say on ice for the Falcons, but they got to feel really good about their chances with Rivers still very fresh. He hasn't thrown a lot of stressful pitches tonight. He was state to an early lead, and the Falcons have continued to add to that lead after the 2nd inning. And a very well-rested bullpen has got to leave Coach Hallett feeling really good about his chances to wrap up number 7 here in his career.
You got 7 state championships. I know there's been a lot. Now he's going to get in the conversations of one of the best. You talk about, I think Casey Waits talked about it earlier, about the Mount Rushmore coaches in this state, and he's definitely getting up there. You got guys maybe that have won more games, but 7 championships. This will be the first. It would be the first at the 4A level for these guys. So definitely impressive.
Yeah, his program is always there year after year. The names change, the results don't. And it's like you said earlier, Lou. He does such a good job of identifying the strengths of his team. And allowing them and helping them to play to their strengths, and he's got a really, really good squad. And like you said, you look out there on the field tonight, and you got to be excited if you're an AC Flora fan, because they do lose some important pieces. They lose Childress, they lose Huggins, they lose Gettings, but
Bates Brown's one short and safe at first. They get the lead runner for the 2nd out, but yeah, you're right. They got a lot, and then you take away, they probably would have been the favorite last year if we had a full season. Then you're into that maybe 3 in a row. They did it once earlier in his career with that team. Madison Stokes was kind of the centerpiece of that team, but he's done it with all kinds of guys. You got this group has some D1 guys, but you also got guys that won't be playing past high school that know their role, and every team has that, and it's about bringing out the best in each of your guys. Bates steals 2nd, and throw from Brown goes into center field. He gets the 3rd, and they'll keep the pressure on you. It's 6-0, but Coach Hallett's not afraid to run and extend this lead. He did it the other night. I think he did a sack bunt to get that 10-run rule and get that mercy rule. So he'll keep the pressure on, whether it's 1-0 or 7-0.
Yeah, in high school baseball, Lou, a 6-0 lead is maybe not as big as it can appear. I've seen innings go awry real quick. So coach is continuing to put the pressure on and look for Daniels to get a good pitch to hit here. A really good pitch right there by French on the inside part. Seems like AC Flora all night has been in 2-strike counts, but we've done like they've done all year. They've done a really good job of hitting with 2 strikes.
What do you credit that being a good? What makes a good 2-strike hitter?
I think the first thing, Lou, is strike zone knowledge. I think he's got some really experienced guys that have got a lot of at-bats in their career. From Reynolds to Daniels, obviously a talented kid like Buchanan. Childress has played there. And I think that coach just really preaches that, that they're going to take a lot of pride in not striking out. And I think this team has done a really good job of buying into
The
that.
Falcons in the top of the
And that will do it for the Falcons in the fifth. Daniels strikes out. French gets Daniels to strike out, but they add 2 more runs and get closer to another state championship. It's AC Flora 6, James Island 0 going in the bottom of the fifth.
I've never heard this many cowbells, air horns.
Designated hitter number 18, McAndrew Magdalene.
Back here at James Island, AC Flora leads 6-0 going in the bottom of the fifth inning. Davis Rivers back out for another inning. Pitch count not going to be a problem. It's just a matter of I think you let him just, unless he would get into trouble. He's been pretty rock solid tonight.
Yeah, one thing to keep an eye on, Lou, is Davis this year has not gone over 75 pitches. So one reason is because he's real efficient. He's a strike thrower. He's at 55 through 4 innings. But it'll be interesting to see what Coach Hallett does. Rivers appears to be in complete command. He's got a 6-0 lead. It'll be interesting to sort of see what Coach Hallett does with the bullpen here.
Good pitch. David. Go get him, David.
All right, so Rivers starts to hit her off 0-2. Doesn't get the call there, 1-2.
You look at, you talk about him. You got him and Loggins both returning. They're going to have another good 1-2 punch. Huggins, you'll need to replace him in the bullpen and in the infield, but Mangan drives one to center field, but Drew Bates tracked it down for out number 1, and Falcons move closer, 8 outs away now. Good pitch sequence there by Rivers.
You know, you really go back, and when you have a team that's playing this late in the season, Lou, and you look at some key things, some key moves maybe that the coach did that go back to be, you know, what I call defining moments in a team's season. And I think there's 2 things with this team that stand out to me. Ball is hit sharply, I think.
Childress right there. Tough scene out there, left field. The lighting's not great with the trees, but Max Childress, a solid play and quickly. We mentioned Rivers working quickly, not laboring through too many innings tonight and making it easy on himself.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of pitching to contact. His defense is playing well behind him. They made some nice plays in the outfield, a good run and play there by Childress. But back to what I was talking about, Lou, you really have some things, some sort of defining things in your season. I think two moves that Coach Hallett made have really paid off for this team. The first move was about halfway through the season. He took Carew Bates from second base and moved him to center field, and that's really given him a lockdown center fielder that can cover a lot of ground. It's allowed Huggins to get on the field. He's done a nice job at the bottom of the order for him. And the other thing is he took, it was pretty recently actually, he hadn't done much with his lineup, but he took Carew Bates out of the 5-hole and flipped him with Childress, who'd been hitting 2.
Right.
And I think both of them have benefited from that move, specifically Childress. I think he's getting better pitches to hit there.
And you saw his power numbers benefit.
Right.
And you have a guy like Bates, you put him up at the top of the order where you could use his speed a little bit more than in the 5 spot. Yeah, two solid moves, and they definitely have paid off. And Rivers with another strikeout. Buchanan didn't know how many outs he went to throw at the first, but that will end the inning. And another 1-2-3 by Rivers. And the Falcons take a 6-0 lead after 5 here at James Island in Game 2 of the Class 4A Baseball Championship Series.
Yeah, Rivers is efficient as can be. 63 through 5 innings. He's on cruise control right now. I told somebody, I said, if they paid worth the shit for this,
Top of the 6th for the Falcons, the catcher, number 21, Xander Buchanan.
Xander Buchanan will lead it off here for the Falcons here in the top of the 6th. AC Flora leading 6-0 tonight here in Game 2. Buchanan takes first pitch as a strike for Owen French, who begins his 2nd inning of relief.
yeah, and his job's real simple, just to try to hold the Falcons right where they are and give the Trojans a shot here. The Trojans are running out of outs quick.
Yeah, and I mean, Rivers, he's just been on top of his game. I think he had that 1 inning where they got 2 runners on. Buchanan with a nice piece of hitting with the shift on. He takes it to right field and a single to lead off the Falcons' 6th.
Batting left fielder, number 22, Max Childress.
Now you got Childress.
In to run for the Falcons, number 23, running McKenzie.
It's just a gauntlet every inning. It seems like there's no time to breathe if you're a pitcher. And you know, back to the guys at the bottom tonight, Gettings and Blakely, Bates, and Huggins have all done a really nice job of having quality at bats and flipping the lineup over, you know, back to the top for Reynolds and company.
And McKenzie, Ronnie McKenzie does a good job, senior. Will courtesy runner for Buchanan at first. Good speed on the base path. We saw Hallett run last inning. I wouldn't be surprised if you send McKenzie here. Early in the inning, looked like
No, and I agree with you, Lou, and I think there's going to be some opportunities. He might just have his runner sort of read his leg a little bit, see if he can get a leg lift and steal the bag here.
Ball in the dirt, wild pitch, and McKenzie on his way to second, and didn't have to bunt him over like that. Now just like that, you got a runner in scoring position. No outs here in the sixth.
Yeah, and
I don't know if they were crossed up a little bit. They were last inning. Seemed like Brown.
Yeah, I don't know if he crossed him up as much as that's just a tough pitch to handle. Good job by McKenzie reading it early in the dirt and moving up. That looked like a cross up there.
And Brown dropped it. Luckily, he didn't go too far from him. McKenzie, they thought about going, but stayed, and 2-0 count, and like Brown.
Yeah, Coach Hallett's telling his guy right now at second base. He's saying you got to come to third base standing up. There can't be a close play at third. We got a guy that's on fire at the plate, a really good hitter behind him. So. I look for Coach Hallett to green light Childress here. If he gets something he likes, I expect him to be swinging away.
Yeah, this could be his last high school at bat. I mean, well, why not here? I mean, the way the right side of the infield is wide open if he goes the other way.
And he is hacking.
That ball took a bounce to center, and that will score McKenzie, and it is 7-0 Falcons here in the top of the sixth. That ball, there's a shortstop was in position to make the play, just a bad hop over him. And I think that might have happened with Reynolds' ball last inning.
Yeah, I talked earlier in the game, Lou, about how they didn't wet the field. And
third baseman number 8,
you can look at the plate and see that it is, they're basically playing in a sandbox, and out there the skin is really hard, and that ball hit off the skin and took a big hop into center field. So the lack of moisture has come back to haunt the Trojans here tonight.
You got Jake Sears coming up, and French steps off the rubber, looks back at Childress there at second.
I think the Falcons are smelling some blood right here. They know if they can plate 3 more runs and hold them, they win the state championship.
2 run rolls. I mean, you don't see that. I mean, with James Island's a quality team, and I just think that.
A very quality team. You don't play this late in the year and not have a great season. And they do have a very, very good team, Lou. They've run into a buzzsaw like many other teams this year.
And you could argue, I mean, they ran in a tough Dutch Fork team in the Forest Acres Classic, but I mean, you guys played them twice. I mean,
yeah.
Those are pretty 2 good matchups right before the playoffs.
Right.
What did you see from them back then? I mean, playing as a coach.
Yeah, just really what I've talked about all night. I mean, they're just a really tough lineup to pitch to. There's not a lot of holes in that lineup. They do a really good job of fighting counts, elevating pitch counts for pitchers. Their pitchers throw a ton of strikes, so you got to earn everything you get against them. Like I said, I felt like the one area that James Island could maybe exploit tonight would be, that Rivers is a little bit slow to the plate, but
and you're not getting base runners.
That's right. Yeah, it's tough to steal first, and so when you don't have a lot of opportunities there, and you get down by the number they've gotten down, it sort of takes you out of that game. And that's why I said early on, I felt like it was important that James Island just scratch a run, and they weren't able to. And it just becomes a tough deal when you're chasing 7 runs this late.
I think counting tonight, I mean, Flora's outscored. It's Owen French tried to make a dive, came a long ways. We talk about the foul territory here, and I think he slipped a little bit and couldn't make that catch.
First baseman's got to try to catch that ball. That's a tough play on the run for a.
Yeah, I think Patterson broke a little bit late on that one.
Yeah, and like you said, there is a lot of foul territory there, so he had to come a long ways to try to make that play.
We mentioned offense. I think Flora's outscored their opponents in the postseason, 72-9, counting tonight, which is pretty impressive what they've been able to do.
Yeah, they've really. There's another example of just 2-strike hitting, just fouling off pitches. It makes pitchers' lives miserable when you got guys.
Yeah, when you're on the mound and you see guys doing that, how, as far as confident, just mentally fatigue, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, it's draining. I mean, it's draining because one, because you're under so much stress, because if you don't make a good pitch, and they got 7 guys in the lineup that can leave the yard, and then when you do execute a good pitch like James Island has, and it just keeps getting spoiled, it makes it really, really difficult.
See, bad. Sears has worked his way to a 3-2 count here. Still got Childress on second. Good pitch that time by French as Sears is the first out of the inning, but inside fastball that time for out number 1. That was a big out for me.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just trying to stop the bleeding right here, and you see after going quietly in the first, the Falcons have just continued to add on each inning. Doing a really good job hitting with 2 strikes. Got a couple key bunts down. And we always say, Lou, this time of year, baseball is about pitching, playing defense, and hitting with men in scoring position. And the Falcons have certainly done a great job in all 3 of those phases tonight.
There's not many weaknesses in this group.
No, there's not, and to really to sort of put it, to sort of sum it up, they're not going to do a lot to beat themselves. They're not going to give you a lot of free bases. They're not going to give you free 90s like we talked about. They're going to make plays. And they're not going to strike out a lot, so they're going to force you to make a lot of plays defensively. That ball might be out of the park.
And down the right field line, good job by Gettings. Great job of opposite field hitting that time by Gettings. They're giving him the right field line. He goes opposite field and he gets that double and makes it 8-0. And flexes as he gets his second base. And Coach Hallett comes and gets his shin guard. But another big RBI. We talk about this bottom of the order, top of the order, wherever. I mean, there's no easy out, and it's shown tonight.
Yeah, I believe, Lou, this is a crazy statistic. I believe that's their 80th double of the year. They hit doubles as well as any team you'll see at this level of baseball, and up and down the order. That was Gettings' 10th double of the year, and he's hitting in the 7-hole in a high school lineup. That really tells you all you need to know.
Coming off the Tommy John surgery, I mean, he's had a time. I mean, he's really been a key part. He talked about wanting to come and play with his friends. His last year, he was part of a state championship team in Cardinal Newman before the Tommy John injury. He's really been a good part. I mean, like you said, he put him in the field, but also on the mound in relief.
Yeah, he's a real steady hand. guy that I think the coaching staff has a lot of confidence in. He's a veteran. He's played in a state championship series before. You know, and like we say all the time, experience is something you can't put a price on, and it's paid off here for the Falcons as they're a hit or two away from ending this thing.
Blakely Bates follows with another. You talk about the hitting. I mean, they shifted a little bit in that little hole in the left side, and now you got first and third, and French. The pitching coach is coming out to talk to him as first and third and an 8-0 lead here in top of the sixth. Double here and gives you the 10-run. And they could run roll. That would be hard to believe. I mean, state championship and you run roll both games. I mean, that would be hard. That's hard to do. Conversation's over. Is Jake Huggins, the number 9 by in the order coming up. It could gun this kid. Huggins, one out here, first and third, and the Falcons lead 8-0. French steps off the rubber, and Huggins will step back in. First pitch strike there by French.
Yeah, that zone, Lou, is going to get a little bigger.
With an 8-run lead here late in the game. Hits the corner again for strike 2, and here we are. Flora's back to number 9 spot, and top of the order you'll have Reynolds. Will get another at bat, assuming Huggins doesn't hit into a double play here.
And here we are again. The Falcons find themselves in a 2-strike count, and Huggins has already won 1 pitch. Let's see what if he can win another one.
And strike, but at the strike there, but he will. Bates steals second. Ball goes in left field, and Gettig scores and makes it 9-0. And Bates on his way to third. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Tillman Gettings gets a big hug as he goes back in the dugout.
Reynolds had a really good game tonight, like we talked about. Bigger the moment, better he is. A little bit tardy on that swing.
Talked about he made a couple nice plays out in the field early, and then had that big 2-run hit back in the 5th inning.
Yeah, Reynolds missed a few games late in the regular season with. I believe he had strep throat and took him a few games to sort of work back into form right there when the playoffs started, but he's firing on all cylinders right now at the most important time. Yeah, good pitch there behind in the count, even at a 2-2.
Reynolds battling. Fouls one off the plate there. Still 2-2. Base hit here and give them that 10-run lead, and if Rivers can shut them down 1-2-3, Falcons could cap the season. Go wire to wire as state champs, pretty much. They were number 1 in the preseason. They were number 1. I believe they were not. I think number 1 all year in every poll, and they were number 1 going into the playoffs. And you knew it was going to be a tough task, whoever came out of lower state, to try and defeat these guys twice in a 3-game set, whether it be in the upper state championship or here in the state championship.
Yeah, they've had a really consistent season. I think it's impressive. They had a few setbacks. Those happen in the game of baseball, but they and I think that's part of the. I think that's part of the beauty of Coach Alex's program is they pride themselves on not going on losing streaks, and I think after each one of their losses, they've rebounded, and it's a really impressive season. I hope Reynolds is okay there. So they got tangled up with the ball.
Reynolds with a look like, I didn't know if it hit the plate, but it was slow roller, and then he was hitting I don't know where he was hit, and the Bates with scores and makes it 10-0, and now Reynolds comes out of the game, and you're going to see a pinch runner for the Falcons. Arthur Gudmanson looks to be run, and looks like the pitching change here for James Island as 10-0. Keller Osborne now coming in to pitch for James Island as French gets a hand from his teammates. I'll probably go to the dugout, the bottom of the inning. Is that all right? Could do.
Now pitching for the Trojans, number 15, Keeler Osborne. Jackson Reed into play, left field. Now batting for the Falcons, center fielder, number 19, Carew Bates.
Let's go, Carew!
First pitch strike there by Osmond to Carew Bates, who's had a good night at the plate and in the field.
Yeah, really good player. Falcons get him for 2 more years. Makes a big hack there and swings and misses.
And he'll definitely be an integral part on the football team as a receiver, one of the team's top returning receivers. He's pretty special to be part of a state championship in football and baseball, as a few of these guys are this year.
And who knows, you could see history repeat itself.
Yeah, I mean, baseball-wise, they'll be number one. I'm not sure football team losing a lot. I think they'll be ranked in the top 10 definitely as we get closer towards the season. I know they'll have to replace a lot up front with the defensive line and that, but got a lot of skill guys, a running back and receiver, mentioned Bates, and they definitely will be one of the favorites in 4A for sure. And there's strike 3. Osmond gets Bates to end the top of the 6th, and Flora will go and look to finish things off here, needing 3 outs for their 7th state championship. Falcons up 10-0, middle of the 6th.
We're back here at James Island, bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th for the Trojans.
Falcons need 3 outs to win their 7th state championship. Reynolds will lead off for the Trojans to start the bottom of the 6th inning. They need 1 run to keep their season alive. Reynolds 0 for 2 tonight. Rivers gets a check swing to appeal, and it's called a strike. Rivers has been so sharp tonight, in command from the 1st inning. Only allowed 3 base runners. He dots the glove there. 0-2 on the hitter. Reynolds stays alive there. Outfield, Childers plays in deep and left. Bates and Gaddings shallow. Reynolds stays alive. Just missed inside on the breaking ball. Rivers still ahead 1-2. be honest, if I never heard another air horn, I would be happy.
Let's go, Juice!
This has turned into a battle of the air horns here at James Island tonight as Rivers deals. He's outside, runs the count to 2-2.
Right here, Davis. Let's go.
Once again, Davis Rivers about to throw his 70th pitch. Has been so good tonight. But he misses up and runs the count full. And again, James Island just looking for anything to keep their slim hopes alive.
Let's go, Juice!
Reynolds continues to battle. Gets him. 2 outs away for the Falcons.
Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Hayes Snow.
Rivers pumps the strike. Ahead 0-1. Pitch misses away, 1-1. Rivers gets the sign. Here comes the 1-1. Oh, and it hit him. Breaking ball got away from him there. Rivers, as we talked about earlier, is not going past 75 all year.
Now batting number 11.
Coach Hallett's going to the mound, and looks like we're going to get a pitching change. That'll end the night for Rivers, but he was sensational. Going 5 1/3, allowing only 2 hits. Walked 1, he hit 1, and struck out 6. He'll give way to senior Matthew Cruz. Cruz enters with a 3-0 record. ERA a shade under 3 with 2 saves. Cruz has been the top bullpen arm for the Falcons this season. Saw action through 5 pitches in the game. Finish this one off for the Falcons. Cruz is going to be 78 to 80. He'll touch 81. He's going to throw the breaking ball in any count. You'll see a lot more breaking balls from him than you saw from Rivers. But the thing that he does, like all these Falcon pitchers so well, is he gobbles up the strike zone. over 1,000 here tonight. Bleachers are packed, fans everywhere down the lines.
Hogan Garner at bat for the Trojans.
People standing beyond the fence. And Hogan Garner, who started this game on the mound for the Trojans. Clemson commit, steps to the plate with one down. Cruz misses. There's the breaking ball we talked about. Gets Garner swinging to even the count at 1-1. As the rain begins to fall here at here in Charleston. Swing and a miss for strike 2. A lot like Rivers. Cruz is going to live out on that open side of the plate. And he's got Garner 1-2. Look for a breaking ball here. And there it is, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Falcons are 1 out away.
Now batting the pitcher, number 15, Keeler Osborne.
Osmond steps in, 1 for 2. He had a single back in the second. Cruz misses away. 1-0 on Osmond, the last hope for the Trojans. And that ball's going to find some earth as it goes into right field. Third hit of the night for the Trojans. They need a run to keep this game going.
Now batting third baseman, number 22, Chase Wall.
Two outs as the rain begins to fall even heavier here at James Island. It's been a nice night for baseball, a few sprinkles before the game, but we played this game under mostly dry conditions. Doesn't seem to phase Cruz as he drops a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Flora fans on their feet, they can smell it. Breaking ball just misses. Evens the count at 1-1. One out away. Cruz tries to nail it down here. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball for a strike. The Trojans are down to their final strike. Here's Cruz's pitch. Just stays alive. Lots of people with their cameras out, capturing this special moment. One and two, here's Cruz. Just misses outside. Falcons dugout wanted the call. Trojans live to see another pitch. And the breaking ball hits him. So now the bases are loaded.
Now batting center fielder number 21, Ayrton Leitner.
For Leitner. Challett's coming to the mound. Try to calm his pitcher down. What he's telling him here is he's pitching with a big lead. Just trying to relax him. Just get him to breathe a little bit. And just execute pitches here. Sometimes in this game, the last out can be the most difficult one to get. All right, we're back set after the visit. Bases loaded, 2 outs. James Island down to their final out. They need a run here to stay alive. Cruz misses up. 1-0. Gotta think James Island may have a take here. They don't. He's swinging away and fouls it off to even the count at 1-1. One and one. Here's Cruz. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And once again, the Trojans are down to their final strike. 1 strike away. Falcons fans on their feet. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's your state championship. Congratulations to the AC Flora Falcons as they win the state championship. In 2021, they cap off an incredible year at 29-4 as they win in dominant fashion for the second consecutive night. They win 10-0. Congratulations to Coach Alec. Congratulations to all the players and coaches. Congratulations to the Forest Acres community on a tremendous season. Signing off now. It's been a privilege to bring you this game, and once again, congratulations to the Falcons.
Okay, hey, tell me when it's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, it's on? Yeah. All right, fans, thank you for tuning in to the Flora Trojans game. Okay. The final score is 10-0, and Flora Falcons have won the state championship for 4A, right?
For 4A, yeah.
4A, goodness. What a ride it's been. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you,
And thank you to our guest hosts. They were amazing tonight. Really helpful.
Very nice. So good.
Just leave it on. We're going to listen to the PA announcer. Yeah, yeah, actually, you can walk away. Yeah.
We'll just go to people?
It's your picture.
Should I just go to people?
No, just stay there.
Does Jordan have a small?
On behalf of the South Carolina High School League, much appreciation is expressed to both schools for hosting this event, and we'd like to thank all of our corporate partners. At this time, we'd like to recognize the dignitaries for James Island Charter High School, Principal Timothy Thorne and Athletic Director Jeremy Holland. South Carolina High School League Executive Committee member Kyle Boskowski will present a trophy to Principal Timothy Thorne. And accepting the trophy on behalf of the team is head coach Matt Spivey. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Class 4A state runner-up, James Island Charter High School. Now we'd like to recognize the dignitaries for EC Flora High School, Principal Susan Childs, and Athletic Director Dr. Edward Moore. South Carolina High School League Executive Committee member Kyle Boskowski will present the trophy to Dr. Moore. Accepting the trophy on behalf of the team is Coach Andy Howell. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Class 4A state champions, AC Flora High School. This concludes the awards ceremony. Thank you for supporting high school athletics. On behalf of the South Carolina High School League and its corporate partners, congratulations to all the schools, players, coaches, fans, and volunteers who have worked to make this championship series a first-class event. Trojan fans, how about those Island boys? What a season! Thank you for all your support, fans. We couldn't have done it without you.
And this is Jordan Caldwell and Cole Snyder signing off for the Florida baseball season. It's been a run.
Thank you so much.